Hi, I'm Melina Malkani, registered dietitian nutritionist and the mom of 3 behind the Instagram account Healthy Mom, Healthy Kids. And I want to chat with you a little bit today about my top 3 tips for reducing picky eating behaviors in children. And there are a lot of effective strategies that can help reduce these behaviors, but I want to share the ones that have worked best for the majority of the families that I've worked with to reduce picky eating behaviors, to establish really healthy eating habits in children, and to help develop and maintain a really positive relationship with food from the ground up. So here we go. Okay, so tip number 1 is to get really clear on a division of responsibility between you and your kids when it comes to food and feeding. And at its best, what that division of responsibility looks like is that the parents choose the what, when, and where of meals and snacks, and the kids decide whether and how much to eat. So what does that look like in real life? You as the parent or caregiver would decide what's going to be served, when it's going to be served, what time the meals and snacks will happen, and where those meals will take place. And then you leave it to your children to decide whether and how much of those foods that you've served they want to eat, without any please take one more bite, or cajoling, or coaxing, or bribing, or rewarding for a certain number of bites of food. None of that. It's very clear division of responsibility. You decide what's going to be served, when and where, and then your job is done. And your kids decide whether and how much to eat, which brings me actually to tip number 2. So tip number 2 is having a kitchen is closed policy. Because for a division of responsibility to work best, there really needs to be a solid schedule of meals and snacks firmly in place, and then a kitchen is closed policy in between meals and snacks, where there's no grazing and kids need to ask before taking any food, and there's no kind of little bites here and there. Or else, when the next meal or snack rolls around, it's really unlikely that your kiddos are going to be hungry if they've been grazing and snacking in between. With a regular rhythm of meals and snacks that come at dependable times and a kitchen is closed policy in between, you don't have to worry if when you get to the meal, your child refuses to eat whatever it is that you served, because you know, and also your child knows, that there's another meal or snack coming really soon. Which brings me to tip number 3, which is probably the most powerful phrase for reducing picky eating behaviors in children that I know of. So when you get to a meal or snack and your child has decided they don't want to eat whatever it is you've put in front of them, instead of employing all the different tactics we've tried so many times, like cajoling and encouraging and begging, or counting number of bites, or punishing, rewarding, whatever it is you've tried in the past, leave all that aside and try the phrase, you don't have to eat it. Okay, you don't have to eat it. However you want to say it, communicating to your child that you don't have to eat it means that the food battle just gets cut off at the knees. It doesn't happen. No whining, no drama, no stress, no arguing over number of bites. It just doesn't happen. And it really is a powerful statement. Okay, you don't have to eat it. This is what's for dinner, but it's okay. You don't have to eat it. So you may have noticed how interconnected these 3 tips are, and how important it is to employ them together as a part of a larger strategy to reduce picky eating behaviors. But if the thought of trying them out at home is making you feel really anxious or concerned that if you try them, your child may be hungry or may not eat enough or may not get enough nutrients to thrive and grow, I get it, and you are not alone. And I can assure you that there are solutions to each of your concerns and more that I address more in depth in my online course. In the meantime, just please keep in mind that if you do decide to try these strategies at home, it's not an overnight fix. These tips and strategies need time to take root. But once they do, I've seen time and time again the enormous positive impact on not just the child, but on the entire family, because there's reduced stress around meal times, reduced parental stress, and reduced kid stress around food and feeding. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for now. For more information about my online course, please visit solvepickeyeating.com. And for daily inspiration on nutrition for moms, babies, and kids, please follow me on Instagram at Healthy Mom, Healthy Kids. Thank you.